fades into dusk. A transformation begins. A group of young pigs arrive in the clearing. Sunshine for the last bit of food before heading in for the night.
Ini suaranya jangan gitu.
A turkey vulture prowls the darkening sky, using his powerful sense of smell to search for the last meal of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I need everyone to please remain seated. Children, especially the first row, please remain in your seats. Thank you. And please remember to switch off the flashes of your cameras.
As the last rays of sunlight fade into darkness, a whole new world of mysterious and fascinating animals await. Welcome to the creatures of the night.
Alright, now let's start it. Hello everyone!
Hello.
Hi! A very good evening to everyone from all around the world. My name is Anne. As you can see, I'm a wildlife photographer right here at the Night Safari. My friends and I want to bring you an incredible journey to meet some amazing animals. Some of them you might have never seen before. For example, earlier on you had Bima and Samudra, Albion pigs, and also Braveheart, our turkey vulture. Now just before we proceed on with our journey, just a few gentle reminders. Now please do not switch your seats, do not sit on the staircases, and do not stand up at any point during our journey. Now that's because the animals will be coming up from all over this area, so they might get a little bit distracted if we are constantly moving. And last but not least, since we are all in the Night Safari, our animals here are nocturnal, which means they are very sensitive to sunlight as well well as pleasure. I understand that all of you here would like to take pictures of our animals, but please do so in the same manner by remembering to turn off the flashes and the spotlight from your recording devices. Can we all do that?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you very much. Now, there's only one question to ask all of you tonight. Are you all ready to meet some remarkable animals?
Yes.
I said, are you all ready? Now that's more like it. Let's continue our journey into the night and see where our nocturnal adventure takes us. Did you hear that? Yes? Now I want all of you to pay attention towards the right hand side. Now everyone this is the Binturong, otherwise known as the Asian bearcat. Now if you take a look at the tail, now you notice the tail is as long as its body. Now the tail is about a meter long and it's prehensile, which means it acts as an additional limb for the animal. And it is able to support their entire body weight as they hang down from the branches of the trees, just like that. Now these animals will hang down from the branches to get the fruits as well as other tasty snacks. But sad to say, these animals are not doing so well in the wild because of deforestation as well as habitat loss. So no tall healthy trees means no Binturong. What these animals will do is, they'll eat fruits and in turn they'll disperse the seeds around the rainforest, allowing the forest to grow new trees. So, let us not lose one of Asia's most beautiful animals. And if you missed seeing the prehensile tail in action, you thought it was a little bit too fast, not to worry, I have it on video for all of you to take a look at. Now, a Binturong can weigh up to 15 kilograms. So you can just imagine how strong and powerful that tail really is. And if you want to spot more Binturongs in action, you can always head over to the Leopard Trail on the night safari where you might be able to spot some of them. I have been traveling around the world to look for my next animal in the wild. Now this animal is known as a raccoon dog, but in Japan, these animals are known as tanuki. Now you see tanuki statues everywhere. They're wise, they're cheerful, and despite their small size, these animals are extremely powerful. Now if you look over to your right hand side, there's one, this is Meron, our raccoon dog, and there is her favorite dog, animal. Some of you might wonder, is it a raccoon? Is it a dog? Or is it a bit of both? The answer is neither, as these animals are more closely related to the wolves as well as the foxes. But unlike its cousins, these animals will hibernate and they'll eat everything in order to do so. Now they can be found in Siberia as well as in Russia, besides being found in Japan. And the insect has found what she was looking for. So everyone, let's say bye-bye, Raymond! Bye! But, sad to say, millions of raccoon dogs, just like Meron, are being bred in factories, kept in tiny cages, and killed for their fur. We must be reminded that cruelty isn't fashionable, and these animals, they deserve our protection as well as our kindness. With that, we are going to bring our journey up into the sky. Does anybody know as to what animal that is? Owl, you're right. It's a familiar call of an owl. But from where exactly? Is it from over there? Or is it from over there? You know, these animals are often heard by very few. Oh, hello Chloe. I'm pretty sure you know where that sound is coming from.
Hi Anne, hello everybody. Yes, I do. That was Midnight, our Malay fish owl, and she's right over there.
Oh, hello Midnight. Thank you very much. Hi, please switch off your flash. Thank you. And there was a very beautiful black midnight. The Malay fish owl is also one of the most common owl species that we found right here in Singapore.
That is right. But my favorite part are her wingtips. They are super soft. When she flies the prey she hunts, can't hear her coming. That's why they are known as friends of farmers. They help keep the rodent numbers down.
That is very interesting to hear. But it looks like it's time for Midnight to head back home. So everyone, let's give a round of applause for Midnight as well as our trainer, Chloe. Bye-bye. The owls, they continue to fascinate me on a daily basis. One of them is how they can rotate their head to a certain degree. So, here's explain a little bit more with our expert, Hasim.
Hello, Anne.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Hi. Alright, my name is Atif, and right here we have a very handsome boy. His name is Oscar, and he's an Eurasian eagle owl.
While we are going to let Oscar get comfortable on the perch behind us, let me tell you a little bit more about him. Oscar is a Eurasian eagle owl, one of the largest species of owls we have in the world. Now these owls can be found in Europe as well as in Asia. Though they normally can be found in forests as well as mountains, sometimes these owls can also be found in cities where they are known to hunt rodents in landfills.
That is right. And also, folks, an interesting fact about an owl is they can't move their eyes up, down, left, right, or us like us humans, you know. So in order for them to look around, they would have to rotate their entire head.
And on that note, I'm going to ask all of you a question. If you know the answer, just shout out the answers as loud as you can. How many degrees do you think an owl can rotate
360.
its head? Come on, left hand side.
360.
360, okay. How about the middle? 180. Any? 360, any more answers? 270, okay. How about the right hand side? 270, okay, any more? 980? No, any more answers? 0, okay. A lot of different answers, but we are going to let Halim and Oscar show you the correct answer. Now, I think that was a little bit too fast. Do you want to see it again? Now, for those of you who get 290 degrees, give yourselves a round of applause because that was the correct answer. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the Eurasian eagle owl is one of the largest species that we have. At full grown, the wingspan of the owl can reach up to 6 feet in length, which is equivalent to the depth of the height of an average human being. And with that being said, it looks like it's time for them to head back home. Let's give a round of applause for Halim as well as for Oscar. Bye. Now, if you thought that his studying lecture was a little bit too fast for all of you, not to worry, I have it on video for you to take a look at. There you go, very cool, but just a little bit creepy. Now, from from Asia, we're gonna head off to Africa to meet another cute friend. This is supposed to be a cute animal. So I don't know what animal that is. Do you all know? Tiger. keep their bodies cool in the hot African desert. Now besides that, these animals also use their ears to hear for their prey underground. But fennec foxes are known to be very, very agile. They are able to move in different directions pretty quickly, just like that. For those of you sitting in the first few rows, do take a look at the paws. Now you notice there is covered with fur. Now this allows them to walk on the hot sand and it also keeps their paws warm at night. And they also have curved claws which allow them to dig into the sand and into the dry leaves for their food. Many of you might think that foxtrot here is a baby, but he's not. He's a fully grown adult. Fennec foxes are one of the smallest species of canine that can be found in the world. So yes, foxtrot will remain this cute and small forever. Just the last few remaining pictures before they head back home. And everyone, let's say bye-bye! Even though fennec foxes are tough animals because they can survive in an extreme environment, unfortunately, they are not doing so well in the wild. Now that's because we humans, we are actually capturing them and putting them into tiny cages. And many people believe that these pets or these animals can become pets because they can be domesticated just like dogs as well as cats. But that is not the case, and these animals they belong in the wild and not in our own backyard. The next animal making its way out, this animal is black and white and spiky on the mouth and it sounds a little bit like this. So what these animals will do is, when they feel threatened, they will shake their quills to make a rattling noise. Does anybody know what animal that is?
Porcupine.
Porcupine, yes. For those of you who say porcupine, you are absolutely correct. Everyone, let's meet Indra, our Indian crested porcupine, making his way out right about now. Now, Indra here is an Indian crested porcupine. Now, Indian crested porcupines can be found in India as well as in some parts of the Himalayas. While Indra is out here, I would like all of you to take a look at his quill. Porcupines have collapsible quills which allows them to actually enter into hollow blocks. Many people have the misconception that porcupines can actually shoot quills out of their bodies and their enemies, but that is not the case. So what they will do is they open them up really big just like that and bang into their enemy, hoping to cause pain by poking them with their sharp and pointy quills. Now, these animals will also use their quills to perform a mating dance to attract their mates. Indian crested porcupines are also one of the largest species of porcupines, largest species of rodents that can be found in the world. And it looks like they are headed back home. Right about now. There we go. Everyone, let's say bye-bye to Indra and Suhana. Bye! If you want to spot more porcupines in action, just like the main film, you can always take over to the Lambert Trail. As you are walking through the night safari, you discover a vast array of animals. Some of them you will hear before you see them. Listen.
Hyena. Hyena. Hyenas. Hyenas.
Now, laughter produced by the spotted hyena used to communicate with other members of their clan. Everyone get ready to meet each other.
Oh.
Spotted hyena. Hyenas have powerful jaws that allow them to crush the bones of their prey, including those of an elephant. They also have large hearts which allow them to run for long distances in search for their prey. Many people also believe that hyenas are more closely related to the dog because of their canine-like features, but in actual fact, these animals are more closely related to the cat. And with that, everyone, that was our very own spotted hyena, Shaka. Even though hyenas are such majestic animals, they are not doing so well in the wild, and that's because we are taking away their land, killing them as well as poisoning these beautiful animals. So, just like all the other animals that you saw earlier on, they too, they deserve our protection as well as our kindness. Walking with all of you throughout the night safari has made me discover a whole lot of different animals. But there are actually many more animals that we have yet to discover all on our own.
The animals you met tonight and countless others share this planet with us. They take what they need and live in harmony with nature. We humans must learn to do the same. We all have only one home, Earth. And it is our job to protect it. Each of us can make a difference. Because the biggest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it.